Good afternoon, and you made it this far, so well done. To those of you watching at home, it's good to see you. You just heard my name. I'm Abby Hopper. I have the privilege of being the president and CEO of the Solar Energy Industries Association, SEIA. We are the National Trade Association for the solar and storage industry. We represent over almost 1,300 companies, every state in the nation, every part of the supply chain, every business arrangement you can imagine. Whatever your mode of operating in solar and storage is, we are your voice, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much, Politico, for having me. You're never going to guess what I want to talk about today. Any guesses? No, I'm not going to talk about the tax bill. No, I am going to talk about the tax bill. I want to talk about American energy dominance. And you might be surprised, Abby, why are you talking about American energy dominance? Aren't you the solar industry? And my answer to that is a resounding yes. I am the solar and storage industry, and this industry is a critical part of American energy dominance. I want to tell you a story, and I want to tell you a story about an incredible success that we are in the middle of, we are living through. So solar and storage makes up, 7 or 8% of our America's electricity need right now. That's great. When I got this job just a minute ago, actually 8.5 years ago, we were sort of in the 2 to 3%. So huge growth. It doesn't sound like much, but trust me when I tell you, huge growth. We are now a $70 billion industry in this country. We employ almost 300,000 people. And over the last 2.5 years, we have spent tens of billions of dollars building investments and bringing manufacturing back from other countries. We have also added 50 gigawatts to the grid last year. Year over year increases, which is a pretty exciting place to be for those of you that are looking for an exciting place to be in the energy industry. And we are also the #1 source of new electricity generation being built on the grid. And not the #1 by a little, the #1 by a lot. So last year, solar and storage was 84% of new generation built on the grid. So far in 2025, it is 82%, I believe, of energy generation being built is solar and storage. Look at any queue across the country, pick an RTO, pick a state, solar and storage projects are the majority. And so I tell you all that to say, this is what American energy dominance looks like. It looks like solar building and growing and employing. It looks like natural gas building and growing and employing, and nuclear building and growing and employing, right? This is a false idea that we have to choose one over the other. We are believed so strongly that America needs all of the electrons we can get. And so we're really excited to be a part of this. So American energy dominance, and I'm going to tell you a little side story, right? We have to unfortunately take a little detour. And I'm going to tell you that American energy dominance is really at risk. And this is the part where I get to the tax bill. There's a lot at stake here. I'm certainly appreciative of the difficult choices that our elected officials have to make. But I want to highlight to you what is really at risk. People say like, oh, I don't like the House bill. Oh, it doesn't do enough. Let me give you some numbers and some facts. So I just told you this incredible American success story. Let me tell you what could happen. I likened it the other day. I don't know if when you were little you liked to read as much as I did, but I loved the Encyclopedia Brown Choose Your Own Adventure books, right? So if you want to go on a spaceship, you turn to page 72, and if you want to go on a railroad car, you choose page 27. Well, I want to go on a spaceship. I'm making this up as I go. I want to keep leading and keep building. And so I'm going to tell you what happens if we choose the wrong page, if we choose the wrong direction. So under the bill, as it's currently drafted, as it came out of the House, there's about 330,000 of your fellow Americans who will lose their jobs. They will lose their jobs. They will lose the ability to pay their mortgage, pay their car payment, pay their health insurance, pay for camps for kids. 330,000 Americans. There are also about 330 factories that will close or never open. So if we're thinking about American energy dominance and what that looks like, it certainly does not look like 330,000 people and 330 factories closing. It also means that $286 billion of investment will be lost. It means that we will lose the AI race. I have not been here all morning, I have to admit, but I am sure we've talked just once or twice about rising energy demand, and we've talked about it in the frame American energy dominance equals American AI dominance. Those two things are intricately related, as they should be. This is a point of national security. We must be the winners in this race, and you all know the number one ingredient to make that happen is power. We cannot win the AI race without energy. And we cannot win the AI race without energy that we can build, and we can build rapidly. And guess what that is? Solar and storage. So if the bill that comes out of the House, and if the Senate does not make some rational changes, it is going to undermine our ability to win the AI race. We are going to wrap it up in a little package, and we are going to take it and hand it to China. And we are going to say, you know what? Just kidding, we don't want to win, here you go. So I would really encourage our elected officials, and you can imagine this is what I'm doing all day, every day, and I would invite you to join me in it, is saying, you know what, we don't have to make these choices. We can figure out together a reasonable, irrational, I heard the prior speaker talk about, a sort of a rules-based, rational approach. People have spent billions of dollars investing in the United States. Let's not turn them away overnight. Let's not end anything in 60 days. Let's not cut off investment just as it's beginning. Instead, let's talk. Let's talk to each other. Let's talk to the companies that are investing, the humans that are being employed by this, and find a way to have a rational, thoughtful energy policy to provide some stability, some security, and some winning to our efforts here. So I really appreciate the opportunity to speak this morning. I am hopeful that the Senate will do this. I'm hopeful that the Senate will take a more thoughtful approach than the House did. I think we have, I could tell you all the statistics. 8 of the top 10 solar states in the United States voted for President Trump. I could go on and on. I will not. What I will say, though, is that if what our country wants is American energy dominance, and what our country wants is American AI dominance, and what our country wants is manufacturing renaissance and reshoring, then solar and storage need to be a critical part of that. We cannot do it without this source of clean energy. So with that, I will leave you to your last panel. Thank you so much for having me here, and it's a pleasure to be with you all. Thanks.